Okay, so here, the second part of Estremoz. You can still see the royal palace, which is now a luxury hotel. This is the lower town here, and now we're walking up the steps into the higher part of town. There's not much there really, it's just this former royal palace, the former prison, and the church, the cathedral, of course. And there you can see the first fortification of the city, and then there's another fortification for the royal upper part of town. So just in case adversaries got into town, the royals were protected. And all this is supposedly empty. Okay, so much of the same. And the streets in those old parts of town are really terrible. I mean, this is still okay here. But, I mean, there are some parts, yesterday for instance in Evora, where you have to be careful not to break your legs. See, this is like a citadel, fortified town, all around the town. I mean, it's not standing anymore, but a good part of it still is. Okay, so see, that's the second part of the fortification. Yeah, this has been redone nicely. Some of the houses are as well nicely painted, white and blue or yellow. I mean, this is probably a little slippery when wet. But never mind. Okay, so this is a row of houses, and that leads to the real royal upper part of town. those houses were small anyway. Okay. So this is Rua Direita and the upper part of town. Let's go. It's the royal upper part of Estremoz. And the land of the Alentejo. You can see on the hill in the background, that's Monte Evora. Evora Monte. That's where we came basically, all that road. Okay. Sorry to breathe that heavily, but it's about 35 degrees and going uphill. I'm sorry, but it can't be avoided. And that's the former royal palace, which is now Posada, like a traditional hotel. It's unfortunate that it's like a car park. It probably would be nice. Museum. Municipal museum. And the cathedral. And something else. And there we go. Reina Isabel. Cathedral and Posada. Oh, apparently there's a mass going on. Oh, that's why there's so many cars, because the mass is going on. Yep, it's full. Saturday mass, 6 o'clock. And I wouldn't want to drive in Portugal or in those tiny little towns, those narrow alleyways. That must really be a nightmare. See, that's the hotel. Nice. That's the one we saw from down in the city center. And just next to that church, the cathedral, we've got the old prison. Acadela. That's the old prison. So nowadays it's a restaurant. But you can still see the barred windows. Yeah, that's the old prison. It's probably nicer to call it a restaurant than a real prison. So right now we are on the upper town, the royal part of it, and then we're going to go down again. We're going to leave via the Sun Gate. Rua da Rainha Santa Isabel. See, that's the Sun Gate. And after we quit the old part of town, you'll see the downtown. And you've got some nice stairs. Cars coming through here as well. They basically drive everywhere. They can go down here, that way, and then end up there. Yep, that's the second city wall. And the lower part of town, and on the right hand side you still see there's another fort, so they built another projector fort. Let's see. Water tower, I guess, to store some their water. Yep. That's the protection towards the east, I guess. There's this other fort. And that's probably a winery, I mean, like a chateau over there. It's coming into town, there was a big sign, Ramos Winery. Yeah, usually I would have gone over there to have a look, but it's just too hot. As you can hear, there are flies everywhere and mosquitoes. Okay, so that's the end of the sightseeing tour. That was Estremoz. Bye bye.